What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo Reacts, and today we are going to be discussing the Avengers Doomsday, now in production / cast announcement trailer. I say discussing instead of reacting because I was up this morning. I heard a little rumor yesterday that something was going to drop today that was bigger than the RDJ announcement. I don't know if this was quite that, but it's still pretty big. A lot to discuss. First, we're going to rewatch it, but I'm just going to say, taking my usual morning, dump, and I see this live stream. And all I see is a chair at first. At this point, they're like on Joseph Quinn, I think I see, just sitting there. And I'm like, hurry up, because usually I take my time to get out the door. Because I was debating, do I want to react to the Final Destination Bloodlines trailer? I don't know. I wasn't really motivated until I saw that. So I set up my camera just in case and saw that it was just a chair for a long time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to knock out this reaction. That's coming soon. I'm going to prioritize this first. Go check out my Final Destination Bloodlines trailer reaction, please. But then nothing really happened. And I had to leave to go to work. And it wasn't until at work, where an hour went by, that I saw some pretty exciting news. Before we dive into that news, let's rewatch it together, shall we? Okay. Thor, Invisible Woman, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the Black Panther, Ant-Man. We got fake Walmart Captain America, Namor, the wings on the legs. We got the Thing, Shang-Chi, Yelena Belova, Kelsey Grammer, Beast, that was huge. Louis Pullman, had to look this up, that's Sentry. Danny Ramirez, Falcon. Joseph Quinn, Human Torch, man, come on. David Harbour, Thunderbolts, baby, that's my boy. Winston Duke, again. Maifa. Hannah, we got Ghost. We got Loki, which was awesome to see. This was crazy. Professor Xavier, Magneto. We got Nightcrawler. We got Mystique. We got Cyclops, which is huge. Gambit, Channing Tatum. Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic, and then Mr. Doom himself, Robert Downey Jr. The aura. Cut it off, it's too good, huh? Let me turn off this TV for the glare of my glasses. I'm going to kind of duck right here with you from a ring light so it doesn't distract me too much. You see it in there. Okay, so big elephant in the room. We got the X-Men meeting the Avengers, meeting the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. This isn't everybody, but this is a big cast. Think about that. This is not everybody, but this is a big cast. When I say everybody, I'm talking the Elizabeth Olsen, the Tom Holland, the Chris Pratt. We don't got no Doctor Strange in there. There's a lot of heavy hitters that are not there just yet. No Hugh Jackman with the rest of those X-Men, which is crazy. Yet to have Deadpool. None of the Young Avengers. But we're saving that for Secret Wars. With that being said, they're working a little backwards, algorithm-wise, than they did Infinity War to Endgame. Infinity War was like the big, everybody's here, and then we know what happened at the end of Infinity War. If not, I don't know why you're interested in this. Go see Infinity War and then Endgame, and then maybe back here. But if you do know, which I'm sure you do, I'll remind you, half the people got snapped away. And then so in Endgame, the leads are like the first Avengers, the OG6, with the help of Ant-Man and, some other people around, Rocket Raccoon. And so they made it a much smaller kind of movie until the end when we get Avengers Assemble and then a big battle happens and it's crazy. With this one, we're getting fewer first and then opening it up to Secret Wars. We don't know what's going to happen here, but here's what I'd like to see. Before I go into that, I will say one name I'm surprised was not on this list is Teyana Harris, Monica Rambeau in the universe. I say this because at the end of the Marvels, she falls into this little multiversal hole, and then in the end credit scene, she wakes up with Beast next to her. And her mom, which is not her mom, it's her mom in a different universe that didn't have her. You know how it works. It's all twisty-turvy now. And so that means she's around the X-Men. And so the fact that we see X-Men here and her not around, they just leave her in the basement. I don't know what's going on. We'll find out. So I was surprised not to see her name on this list. But one that did surprise me, aside from the X-Men and the Channing Tatum of it all, is Tom Hiddleston. Why? Have you seen Loki Season 2? He's at the end of time, holding it all together. So how does that look with people visiting him? Or if he lets go of that? Or if it's knocked out of his hands by Doom? How does that look for all of us to not turn into spaghetti? I guess that's what we're fighting for in this. I'm glad it doesn't make sense yet, but to have Loki around, you know, we've had different type of multiverse things happening, whether it's Strange with Holland because they made a spell that was messing things up, or it's Loki, you know, having to hop around and learning about the TVA, or again, Monica Rambeau through a random hole in space-time. There's multiverse stories happening, but they're not all cohesive. So if we can hone in on that's going to be awesome. I can't help but think about when Loki was dying and he's like, the light will shine again on us, brother. That sounded more like Thor, but I promise you the light will shine again on us, brother. And, you know, Thor watches his brother die. Chris Hemsworth is also casted in this movie. Are we going to see a brother reunion here? I'm sure. I hope. Should make it happen. Okay. On that note, what other pairings would we like to see? Who's going to play what role? We got Pedro Pascal's seat right next to Robert Downey Jr., second on the call list, on the call sheet, and his first movie hasn't even debuted in the MCU yet? Or are we working backwards? Is Chris Hemsworth a star and Vanessa Kirby is up there? I'm sure it's all mixed around. But Pedro Pascal as a leading man is going to be huge alongside James Marsden, Cyclops. We just had X-Men 97 come out, and we got more dynamics with the family, and it was really fleshed out like a soap opera. But also, without Charles Xavier there, we got to see how they all kind of had to like roll with the punches and grow into certain roles. Cyclops being very much a leader role, if you will, and using his powers in a lot of different ways. I think we're going to see some really cool stuff. With all that being said, X-Men can fight. So it's some live-action movies where they're actually going crazy. We saw Gambit in Deadpool and Wolverine. For them to just grow on that with Channing, game over. All we need is a great story. This is a lot of people, and again, this isn't everybody. We need good reason for everybody to come together. It's going to take time for a lot of people to meet each other. That's going to be like half of the movie, I'm sure. So maybe we'll see some building blocks. Captain America: Brave New World, we talked about rebuilding the Avengers with Thaddeus Ross, right? Thunderbolts might be a cause and effect of that, coming out here soon. You know, Daredevil is also going on at this current moment. They just aired episode 5 and 6 last night, and Kingpin's talking about an anti-vigilante squad, and so, you know, it would be interesting to see a conversation of like Veronica, head of Thunderbolts. I think that's her name, right? I don't know, but damn, it's right there. It's right there. If that's not her name, Valentina, I don't know, but with Kingpin, if he lasts in office, we'll see how this season ends, because Red Hulk didn't last in office, or else I was going to bring him into this conversation of like, how do these people want to navigate vigilantism and superheroism if you're trying to shut it down, but also they're trying to build an official team at the same time. Let's make it all make sense. That way, by the time this movie pops up, maybe there's like a working Avengers already, so we don't need to throw them together, that meets up with the Fantastic Four, and somehow some X-Men characters. This is the multiverse saga. Before I hurt my brain, I'm going to slow down and give you time to hopefully let me know what you think about all of this. Was the 5-hour presentation dramatic, or was that perfect for you? I know it gave a lot of people online time to kind of sit and have conversations, name after name, but did we need 15 minutes in between each? I don't know. The shorter cuts here, and that's what we just checked out, so I'm going to continue to watch that and just kind of gauge what some people are thinking. Again, it's all about the narrative. It's all about the story. The Russo brothers just dropped The Electric State, which did not do well, even being a Netflix movie. But they work magic with Marvel and Disney from what we've seen. So hopefully, that partnership can just shine and we can get what we want and it can feel like the old days. Because, that's what I'm here for. That is what I'm here for. Like, 1 second it's cool, another second it dips. It's so quick. I'm having a great time with Daredevil. I'll say that. Again, episode 5 and 6 last night was crazy. And we got a little bit of crossover action there. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. But if you know, you know. That's all. Cool, man. Avengers is upon us. They have assembled. They are working. It is happening. It is live. We may not see it till later, but they are doing it now. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Again, ring the bell. Subscribe. Hit the comments. All the fun stuff. But most importantly, have a great rest of your day. And I will see you next time. Peace.